Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we're looking at Twi'leks. So we have Harris Ndula and Aliyah Secura. So, kind of the more prominent Twi'leks that we actually give figures for. I know that there is. Oh, shoot, and I can't think of her name. A Sith that is a Twi'lek, and I can't think of her name offhand, but it's just one of those things of we don't get very many Twi'leks, and here we are. And as you can see, now one of these I had actually gotten from GameStop. Seeing that they don't really sell much in games, they got everything else, which is fine, I guess. It gives me an opportunity for some other place to maybe look. So if you have a GameStop near you, prices might be a little bit higher, but I will tell you that sometimes you can find figures there that you just have a harder time finding in other stores. So, with all that, let's kind of get into this and get going here. Now, we'll get into Aliyah here. I think I'm pronouncing her name right, and if I mess it up, I do apologize. It's interesting for her dress because her dress is actually a little bit more off of what George Lucas had originally kind of set up here. So George Lucas having the bare midriff kind of thing going here. Something I'm sure that Disney's not going to be very happy with. They made it, but a lot of these, because it's the way of the new world here, and he's joining us here. So just one of those things. Disney's not going to really make too many. I don't think they're going to be very happy with making figures like this in the future. So, just one of those things. The world is always changing and always in flux, and it'll be what it is. I don't think they should take away from things that have been made in the past, but on the other hand, I do understand because they are a family-friendly company, or are supposed to be a family-friendly company, and people can argue all that stuff. But having more bear clothes or whatever is just probably one of those things that's just not going to happen too much in the future. All right, so looking at her legs and all that, she has the very thin female legs here. Her boots go back all the way here. Hopefully I'm keeping everything in view. And of course we should have the joint as that snaps together here. That'll twist as Indy's knocking everything around. And then she does have that double knee here, so she can get that all up here. Now she's got a thicker heel here, so she's not wearing high heels. It is more of a boot. It's a high-heeled boot, but not anything else here. She does have the joint here, so she can do a kick, get a roundhouse kick if she wanted to, maybe a jump spin kick. Torso twist. This torso does not seem to want to twist here, but we can twist up here a little bit. So we do have that. Just kind of adding that all in there. And then going to her arms, she's got a single elbow, not a double elbow. And then looks almost like a single shoulder. Looking on this side a little bit more. I only see a single shoulder here. So a little bit more delicate, a little bit less movement than what we get on some of the other figures because of that. And then we also have our twist here in our thigh, which I didn't mention before. All right, and then we have the nice Twi'lek head tails. So kind of nice to see, kind of different alien look. That's just iconic to the Twi'leks. And of course, with her nice blue skin, trying to get our lightsaber in here, and I'm having a hard time trying to get the lightsaber in there because I want to have the lightsaber in there, and it's just, all right, come on, get in there, you shyster. All right, I think we're getting there. Okay, there we go. So those that are really good at figuring out what angles really work very well, they can do a great job at this. Far better than I will. Oh, come on. There. Trying to have it just a little bit above her head, as though she's using it for a light source, like she's in the cave. So, there. All right. And then we get Hera out. Now, Hera should have a little bit extra beef to her legs here, mainly because the way they have the pants sitting on there. It doesn't leave her legs as kind of thin as we go from there. And she's got that very small kind of pistol. And then we lost Aaliyah. All right. Let's see if we can get her to keep standing up here. All right. What am I doing wrong here that she just doesn't want to stand as well for me? Okay. It's going to be a fight with her. She doesn't want to stand very well. I don't have a base handy either to really kind of help get her standing. All right. Well, I'm going to cheat then, if that's the way it's going to be. I'm going to cheat and I'm going to put these behind so that way she can just lean up against there, because that would make it seem a little bit better than what I'm doing. All right. And then looking at Hera. And like I said, you know, because she's got the pants, she's got thinner legs, you know, which is great, but they gave her the pants, and the pants are a little baggy, which, you know, it all works out. It's fine. It's not, you know, thin, and it's not going to break very easily, which is a good thing. And they were nice for her feet. They come all the way back, so if you're trying to get her to hit like a speeder bike or whatever, you can do that, or just reach out for a good kick. Either way, as she has her pilot's cargo pants on here, you can see that she has the doubled knee, and these are bigger joints, which work a little bit better in some regards, mainly because it's just a little bit more beef there for whatever we're going to do. I mean, the thin joints, I mean, they work, but, you know, because I'm always kind of messing things up, I always worry that I'm going to break it. And then, of course, we get to her torso. Now, this all being one piece, probably the same as what we have with Aaliyah. It's probably the same. We can torso twist a little bit, but not the greatest here. The pants don't really give us a huge amount of twist there, but it works out all right. Now, she does have her small kind of holdout pistol, which does have a ankle holster. So it's all the way down there. As she has kind of like her flight pants here for like a harness. Looks like she's only got a single shoulder, maybe. Yep, she's only got the single shoulder in there, so that's all fine. And let's see, looks like a single elbow here, as I'm trying not to break it. I'm bending it the wrong way. Okay. So again, we're going to have a little less mobility because of the single shoulder. We have the armor patches here. Pauldrons up here to kind of help protect her. And, you know, it's just going to limit her mobility a little bit here. But she has a very nice looking face. Closer, I wanted this one because this is from, I believe, the Rebels series. So it's got more of the cartoonish look compared to the one from Ahsoka, which has a more stylized face based off of the actress that was doing it. So, you know, you start off with a figure from a certain time frame, you want to kind of keep it there. Now, it doesn't look like these really go down, the goggles. I'm going to leave them up there so I don't break them. She has her kind kind of holder here for her head tails, which aren't wrapped, but they have some nice kind of print on there. And I'm just going to plead a little bit of ignorance here, mainly because I never really looked at it and thought too much about it. I don't know if the Twi'leks paint that, or if that's like a tattoo, or if that's how it kind of comes in with like a print sometimes on some of the head tails. So in that regard, I'm kind of at a loss here. But it is a nice looking figure. We get Hera here to add her in. You know, they have the rest of the crew, or they've done the rest of the crew for the Ghost. The only thing is every time I look for them, they go for a pretty penny. And I got her for about $25, which I was very happy about. I would love to get the rest of the crew. And I think I've got, yeah. I've got Hera here. And then oddly enough, I've got Sabine sitting right here. And that's from the Ahsoka, because that was the only way I could get her. So now she's an adult. Still, it's kind of nice to see that, you know, as they've been doing in the 6-inch figure line, she stands a little shorter. So we had those height variants out of that 6-inch figure line, which is kind of nice because not everyone's going to be the same height. So we get to see a little variations there, and just kind of going from there. Unfortunately, trying to get the other guys gets a little bit more expensive. I mean, I've got at least, 3 of them, because I've got these 2 plus Chopper. I know I've got 2 different Choppers. One of them I want to get painted up as a different color, just for the fun of it, because it just adds a little extra droids to the whole collection. So, but nice additions. Great to see the characters. We have many more to get through yet, and we'll slowly kind of keep working away here. With that being said, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's always wonderful having you here. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video.